Yes, students, let's continue with the chapter number 1 of civics. We were doing on equality. Yes, on equality. To understand the meaning of equality with great depth, we have a story of Kanta. That is, this is an election day. Here you can see the polling booth on the left side of your screen, right? So polling booth is a place where the people cast their votes. People cast their vote at the polling booth, and the government official buildings are converted into a polling station, like school, colleges, hospitals. All these are converted into a polling station, right? At the left side of right side of your screen, you can see the people who are standing in a queue and waiting for their turn to cast the vote, in which you can see the Kanta Devi, who is a domestic worker, and some other people like Manjeet Kaur, who is a teacher, Tej Singh, he is a trader, Grish Rao, he is a student, and Sujata Kumari, she is also a domestic worker. So on election day, Kanta and her friend Sujata are waiting to cast their votes. Right? What happened? Now, Kanta talked to her friend Sujata that, isn't it good, Suja, that we can all vote as equal citizens of our country? Even Jain Sahab is standing in the line with us. And Suja says, yes. Means कि हम सभी, even you can see the different people belongs to the different section of the society who are standing in a queue and waiting for their turn to cast the vote. So Kanta thought that there is a equality in the country when we are casting the vote, right? Now what happened? Susan says that, go Kanta, it's your turn now. Kanta, आप जाओ, अब ये आपकी टर्न है. I will vote for the candidate who has promised to bring pipe water to our area. Kanta is talking to herself that I will vote for the candidate who will bring pipe water to our area. Right? So it shows the opportunity to choose the candidate. Means election gives us an opportunity to choose our candidate which will do the work for our welfare, right? So it is showing the opportunity to choose the candidate. Now what happened? Different people are standing in the queue, like Abdul Rahman, he is an artisan. Shubham Banu, she is a housewife. Gracie Leleng, she is consultant. Isaac Leleng, he is an government officer. Ruskin Mirza, he is a media person. Yograj, he is unemployed even. Ashok Jain, he is an industrialist. Remember the name Ashok Jain. So all type of people, irrespective of their religion, their profession, they are standing in a queue, right? So this is showing the universal adult franchising without any discrimination, voting right which our constitution gives us irrespective of any discrimination. Here you can see an artisan, housewife, consultant, government officer, media person, even an unemployed person जिसके पास कोई काम भी नहीं है, an industrialist, all are standing in a queue, right? Now here we can get our the first element of democracy, that is universal adult franchise or equal right to vote, right? Now what we see, the story above begins with Kanta standing in line to cast her vote, right? Second, look again at the various people who are standing in line with her. A teacher, a consultant, an industrialist, all are standing in queue. Third, Kanta recognizes her employer Ashok Jain and Chote Lal, her neighbor, even where she works. That the name of the person is Ashok Jain. He was also standing in the queue. In a democratic country like India, all adults, irrespective of what religion they belong to, how much education they have had, what caste they are, or whether they are rich and poor, are allowed to vote, and this is called universal adult franchise. Okay, here we are getting the meaning or the definition of universal adult franchise. Means any person who are above the age of 18, no matter to which religion or she belongs to, how much he or she educated, to which caste he or she belongs to, whether she or he is rich or poor, they have the right to vote. And this is the essential feature of the democracy, which is called universal adult franchise. जब हमें वोटिंग राइट मिलता है तो ये नहीं देखा जाता जब हम वोट कास्ट करने जाते हैं हम किस रिलीजन से बिलोंग करते हैं, किस कास्ट के हैं हम एजुकेटेड हैं या नहीं हैं, whether we are rich or poor, but we have the equal right to vote, and every person have one vote. So the idea of universal adult franchise is based on the idea of equality. So it means it shows that all persons are equal. When we are going to the caste, irrespective of any discrimination, it shows the equality, political equality. Yes, because it states that every adult in a country, irrespective of their wealth and the communities she or he belongs to, has one vote. Every person has one vote, one value, right? So this idea is basically based upon the equality. It means in India, we have the political equality and equal right to vote, right? But as her day goes on, means Kanta's जैसे जैसे कांता का दिन आगे जा रहा था, कांता becomes less certain about what this equality really means. अब वहां पर उसको देखने को मिला कि लाइन में सभी लोग खड़े हैं, इट मीन्स यहाँ पर हमारी कंट्री में इक्वालिटी है, यहाँ पर एक रिच पर्सन है वो भी क्यू में खड़ा है, एक पुअर पर्सन है वो भी क्यू में खड़ा है, तो इट मीन्स यहाँ पर हमारे पास क्या है, पॉलिटिकल इक्वालिटी है. बट जैसे जैसे उसका दिन बीत रहा था तो उसको लग रहा था कि एक्चुअली इक्वालिटी रियली मीन्स यहाँ पर है. So the question arises in her mind that what is that makes Kanta unsure? Do you think Kanta has enough reason to doubt whether she really is equal? So let's see the answer of these questions. Afterwards, after casting the vote, what happened to the Kanta? Now Kanta said to Sujata, we will see you later, Kanta. Yes, Namaste Sahab. Sahib is the employer of Kanta and she is talking to her neighbor. Gudiya has been running fever and I have to take her to the hospital. But I will have to finish the work at Sahib's house first and ask for some advance. अब यहाँ पर आपको इसकी क्या दिखाई दे रही है, यहाँ पर सोशल लाइफ कांता की लिविंग कंडीशंस जो है वो कांता की किस तरीके की थी. अब क्या होता है कि उसकी बेटी जो है वो क्या है, that is suffering from fever and she have to take her to the hospital, but she do not have the money and she have to work at Sahib's house first so that she can borrow the money from him. So first of all she goes to home. Here, have some of these, you will feel better, she said to her daughter, and when I get back in the evening, we will go to the hospital. Okay. Now, she is going to the work. It's no wonder she is talking to herself. It's no wonder that Gudiya falls ill often. The basti is never cleaned. What is the reason behind to becoming again and again sick? That is the basti in which she lives. That is non-hygienic, unhygienic living conditions were there. That was never cleaned. So social life or poor living conditions of Kanda, here we can see first she lives in a slum. slum means basti, and has a drain behind her house, right? Second, her daughter is sick, but she cannot take the day off from work. Means she cannot take the leave from her work because she needs to borrow money from her employers to take her child to the doctor. अब उसे अपने बच्चे को डॉक्टर के पास लेके जाना है और उसके लिए उसे पैसा चाहिए. So she have to do the work at his employer's homes. Now what happened? Now she is doing the work at the Sahib's house, and Sahib said, make sure to do the work corners properly, right? After finishing the work, she gets the money, and Mrs. Sahib said, here's your advance, Kanta, but don't make a habit of it. Kanta says, no, ma'am. So her job as a domestic help tires her out, and finally she ends her day by again standing in a long line. Which type of long line she have to stood? This line is in the front of the government hospital is unlike the one in the morning, because most of the people standing in it are poor. For in the first scene, you had seen that the different types of pupils, even rich or poor, are standing in the queue for their turn. But in the in front of the hospital, mostly poor people are standing in the queue. So this is showing the discrimination between the rich and the poor, right? So what was the situation in the evening? Just few 4 minutes waiting, she says to her daughter, Jen ma'am and Jen Sahib may stand in line to vote, but they never have to do it where when their children are sick. She is talking to herself that there is a discrimination between the rich and poor, and the rich persons never have to stand in a queue in the front of the hospitals. What do you think? Do you think Kanta has enough reason to doubt whether she really is equal? अब आप क्या सोचते हो कि कांता की एनफ रीजन जो हैं वो सही है? अगर कोई ये सोचती है कि वो एक्चुअली इक्वल है या नहीं? Yes, the reasons are: first, she and other people lives in slum area which is not properly cleaned, while rich people lives within the sanitation facilities cleaned area. है ना? You also live in the sectors or in proper cleaned area where the sanitation facilities are there, but you are saying some people which are living at the roadside, living in the kacha houses where the sanitation facilities are not provided, है ना? So this is showing the inequality between the rich and the poor. So first reason is housing facilities are not equal for all in our country. Second reason is some people of the society are wealthy, while some like Kanta has to borrow the money for various purposes. है ना? Some are living in the luxurious house, they are using proper amenities in their houses, while some have to do the domestic works in other homes and borrow the money for their livelihood. So the second reason is all the people are not economically equal. Some are rich and while some are poor. The third reason behind it that poor people like Kata has to stand in a long queue in front of the hospital, while rich people need not to stand in a queue for their turn. है ना? जब हम कभी hospital जाते हैं, we take the appointment from the doctor, and by that time we can meet the doctor. है ना? We need not to stand in the queue. And some rich people are adopting this type of scenario, है ना? But the poor people have to stand in a long queue. So health facilities are not equal for all. So these are the three reasons which make sure Kanta that she really is equal or not. First is housing facilities are not equal for all. Second, all the people are not economically equal. Some are rich while some are poor. And the third is health facilities are not equal for all. Right? So we have completed our first concept of this chapter. If you have any doubt or query, you can ask